Good morning, Sonia Watts. How are you? Good morning to you, sunshine. It's nice to see you this Sunday morning. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Angel. Good morning. Haven't seen you in a while, Angel. My name is Chandelier. Good morning to you. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, infamous King. I'm seeing family in the house. Good morning. Peggy Toe is in the house. Good morning, Peggy. Good morning, Stephanie Paul. How are you doing? Ashley H. Spirit is in the house. Tonda Dreams. Good morning to you, beautiful. Hey, Iris Cage. Good morning. Good morning. It's going up so fast I can't even see. Nisha, Tina. Okay, Twyla, Adrian, Marina, Ruby Turner, Liz in the house. Auntie is in the house. Eve, Crystal, BJ, Etta, Wanda is in the house. Good morning to you. Dana, sexy grandma, Derek, Glenn, the second is in the house. Good morning to you. Andrea Maxwell, good morning to you. Abigail, how you doing? Melissa Farstone is in the house. Good morning to you. Stephanie Gate, good morning. Tammy Rigo is in the building. Purple and gold, good morning to you. As you guys come in, make sure you greet and meet somebody new in. We're going to have just a little bit of a conversation this morning. I know I didn't come on yesterday, you guys, but I'm trying to catch up on my sleep. Okay. Curlin, good morning to you. Renee, good morning to you. Cynthia, Curlin McCoy, Ronnie, thank you for the thumbs up as you come in. Make sure you guys give us the thumbs up. Veronica Wilkerson is in the house. We got family in the house. Good morning, Ruby Turner. Good morning, Sharpshooter. She got her name, you guys. She said, good morning, SP Mods in chat. Great Dane is in the house. Good morning to you. We got Tina Jackson and Lisa Taylor, Anita B. Anita B won that purse. Girl, I gotta get it out to you. I know she's like, where is it at? I can't wait. But you know what? Don't worry. Don't worry. You know how slow I am. Dorothy Pruitt, good morning to you. Your interest items are dropped completely. Okay, I'll do it. Um, T Star, good morning to you. And Lisa Calhoun. You guys, let's talk a little bit. First of all, we're going to give a shout out to our sponsor, Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags. Make sure the link is in the chat. If you guys are looking for a gift to give someone that's getting married, or I would say getting a divorce. But, because they do have divorce parties now. It's a perfect gift for any young lady that go over there. She got name brand purses and shoes and apparel. You guys make sure you go over there and check her out. Peggy done put the link in the chat. Then we have Andrea done put in the chat. That is for the petition. If you guys do not know about a petition that's going on, make sure you guys, first they were asking for, let me tell you about the petition first. First they were asking for 500, you know, uh, signatures on the petition. The petition is so that every child that comes up missing, especially they'll take a second look instead of just looking over African American children, because we got a problem with that. It's got to meet a criteria which they have met, and they have not been putting out the Amber Alert. And then somehow, some way, down the road, it takes a week, 2 weeks, one child is still missing. People don't really know about it because guess what? There was not an Amber Alert. There's still not an Amber Alert. They just told the mom that the child is deceased and she's never going to recover the child, and that's in the King Hill case. Well, some of the people that was part of the players, as this child came up missing, family members, you guys know the story. If you don't know the story, they made some kind of statement to the police officers. They never issued an Amber Alert. So what we want to do is get on their case. This is one way we can help and be effective, having a channel and let it be known that we are very, in numbers, very strong. We're looking while you're not looking for our babies. I don't care what you say. I don't care what reason. There should not have been a reason why both of these children, talking about the King Hill case or the Braylon Noble case, should not have an Amber Alert. We don't know if this baby Braylon walked in that pool, somebody put him in the pool, but had they have an Amber Alert, people would have been looking for that child. It did not get noticed. It did not get nationwide. So that we've passed the 500 mark, and now they're asking for 1,000. When we go there, we need to go there and mean business, that we want them to give these children a chance to be able to come home. The link is in the chat. Please, somebody put the link back in the chat. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till this channel is over. Just go over there and sign the petition. Somebody please put the link in the chat so people can know where to go. That's how important it is. Whatever I'm talking about is not more important than for us as a unit, as a family, knowing, you say, aren't you tired of saying, oh, poor baby? Do something about it. Sign. Andrea got the link in the chat. Click on that link. It's in blue. It takes you right to it. Sign it and come right on back. That's what you do. Please do it. We need to at least get at least 650 before we get off the air today. Let's try to do it, you guys. I know we can do it. We got 80 people in the house. If all 80 of you guys ain't went over there and signed it, go sign it. And we're going to shout that out all day. If I got to come on 2 or 3 times today, we want to reach 700 today. We want to reach 700 today. So if you guys do your part, I may not have to come on here no more today. But we want to get 700 today, so that way, we can rest and say we did something today. We're showing them that we mean business. Now, don't be a looky-loo. Only thing you want to do is look. Please, our babies need us to do something. Please, you guys, okay? Thank you, Marina. Our babies need us. And if it's nothing but sign a petition so that we can take it to the authorities and officials that can make those changes, please, if you have not went over there and signed that petition so that they will start giving these babies, all babies, not just white babies, not just blue babies, not just pink babies, not orange babies, not brown babies, all babies, black babies, a missing baby under the age of 17, put the Amber Alert out. What are we paying for? Took 1 second to make a difference. Yes, please, let's do that. So we're going to be shouting that out all day. If you don't have the link, that's okay, you guys. Thank you for the links that you do have. Some mods have certain links for certain reasons. And then sometimes make sure we're putting up Nora's Authentic Designer Handbag, because that is our sponsor. And make sure whoever has the top Design LLC, if you have a business or shirt, or you got an organization, or you planning on going on a trip with a group of girls, maybe even just 2 or 3, and you guys want to wear the same shirt, or you got a design that you want put on a shirt because you like it so much, they can do anything for you. Their prices is the cheapest I've seen. Their work is excellent. I've been seeing some samples, and we've ordered our shirts, so they should be in anytime. So, and thank everybody for coming in. If I didn't speak, I'm sorry, you guys. We are still buffering, but it's okay. And I just want to appreciate all the mods that always, I see them all the time. Sonia Watts, Angel, Freddie Johnson, Peggy Toe, Andrea Maxwell, Tina Powers. You guys, did I miss anybody? Peggy Toe, Angel. Thank you, mods, for helping out so much. I know sometimes we come on here, we be coming on 3, 4 times a day, but we got to get it in when we can. And I know some of you guys got to do certain things, and some of you, Thank you. Thank you, Shalana. Thank you. Yes, please, you guys, we got to get 700 today because we do mean business. We really do. We just not here for fun. Thank you, Cynthia. Okay. Etta said, signed it. Cynthia said, just signed the petition. Please let it be known that you're gonna help these babies. You don't know if just signing that petition make them get off their bus and give that child an Amber Alert. I'm tired of putting these babies to rest. It's too early. We should be not putting our kids in the ground. We shouldn't be doing it. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Yip Yip. Please let it be done, guys. We should be getting old and they should be putting us in the ground. Not the other way around. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Spirit. Kathleen, thank you. She said, I already signed it. Thank you. Please, let's be very productive and effective because we do have the group that we can show them that we do mean business. We did an experiment with the diaper, you guys, because we were looking over the Braylon case, and we know that we don't know if the baby was put in there that morning, but the baby was missing for 6 days. If you know anything about the Braylon Noble case, he was missing for 6 days, but we all know that they searched that pool, they searched the pool and everything. The pool only had so much water. Thank you for the super chat, Janie. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. Thank you. And thank you, Tina. Iris said, I just signed it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Everybody say, let's do a super chat. Y'all want to do a super chat dance real quick? They're like, we got to do the super chat dance. They over there doing the dance already. Okay, you guys. Y'all know y'all make me do this. Okay. We got to do it because people are supporting the channel. I had some stuff to talk to y'all about. Let's see here. It does what it wants to do. Oh, okay. Take it off of there. We got Janie gave us super chat. And I think Janie gave us a super chat. And Veronica Wilkerson. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Veronica Wilkerson coming through the house. Kicking down doors. Knocking in windows. Janie. Kicking down doors. Knocking in windows. Thank you guys for the super chat. We're not going to worry about it. Release. Shake it up. Shake it up. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Where's those emojis at, you guys? Won't he do it? 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 Thank you, Lord. This is Sunday, you guys. Give the Lord all your praises today. He woke us up this morning. Yes, he did. And you know what? I thank him. Release. Oh, I'm feeling it, you guys. Come on. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Release. Didn't he do something good for you this weekend, you guys? This week? Didn't he do something good? Did your child come home? Did they call you on the phone and say, I love you, mama? Hey, won't he do it? He'll turn everything around. Nobody else can do it, you guys. Won't he do it? And they say, well, what did he do? SP, what did he do? He already done it. He went up on that cross. He even asked the Father. He said, is there another way? And he says, take this cup from me. There was no other way. And he just did it. Because that's how much he loves us, you guys. So he already done it. And he's going to make sure everything's going to be okay. He said, he'll never leave you or forsake you. Thank you, Lord. And I believe that. I believe everything that he says when he wakes me up. Even if he didn't wake me up, I still believe him. Because you guys, you know what? It's not what you believe. It's so no matter what. Nevertheless, it's so. Thank you, Janie. Thank you for signing that. You guys, make sure you go over there and sign that change of petition to make sure our babies can have a chance to be able to come home if they get lost or you lose them. Because you know you can lose a child easily. And I'm pretty sure at one time in your life, we got 105 people in the house. Thank you guys for showing up this morning. I know how hard it is. We won't stay on here long. We're trying to get 700 on the petition this morning. But make sure if you haven't done anything and you're tired of watching these babies over and over and over and over and over, go sign that petition. So every child that comes up missing can get an Amber Alert. That's what we pay for. Anyway, Braylon Noble came up missing September the 4th. They didn't find him until September the 9th. But they found him in a pool that they had already looked through, dived in and everything. The pool only had like a quart of water in it. The pool was no bigger than maybe your house. It's not no long pool where they diving for days and days and days. It probably take you 5 minutes to swim from one end to the other. Okay? But people walked around by that pool for days and days and days and looked in that pool. That child wasn't in there. And then all of a sudden, on September the 9th, early in the morning, they got a call. Said, come back. There's something in the pool. And it was Braylon Noble. You guys, a lot of people was upset about it. A lot of people don't know about it. But anyway, we did this experiment. And you guys, I'm going to tell you something. Thank you, Rhonda Davis. The baby's pamper was still intact when they found the child. So we said, well, let's do, people was like, it shouldn't be still intact because he's been in that water. If he was in the water for six days or even 6 hours, that pull-up shouldn't be intact. Well, let me tell you, we did an experiment, and I said, I want to see if that pull-up would have stayed intact. So we got this bowl, we put water in it. You guys see? We put water in it, and we got a pull-up in it. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to try to tilt it a little bit. You guys see? Now, I'm going to tell you what has happened. Somebody came to me and said, SP, you should have put the depend on a doll, then stuck it in there. And I was like, man, it's too late. We did this, what day was it? Today is Sunday. So we did this Friday. As you can see, it's still intact. On the edges, though, it is turning into some kind of gel. But what I've noticed, it has swollen up so big for 2 days. It's been in here for 2 days. It has swollen up so huge. Look, you guys, I don't know if you can see it. You might have to click so you can see the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to pull it out. So you guys want to see it? Put a 1 in the chat. It might tear all apart. You see how big this thing is? So huge that it is touching the bottom of the bowl. And it is swole. It's still intact, though. It's still intact. It still have everything together, but it is swole. I'm going to put it back in because that's what would happen. If he was floating, then up on top would still be floating. And I'm not going to do a lot of movement because he wasn't moved, but it is still intact. It is still holding all this water, and it's been 2 days. So, you guys, we still got 4 more days. I'm just letting you guys know. And it is on swole. Anita B says, I know what it's going to do. This is only but 2 days. It's got a little gel coming off the side. But trust me, it's still intact. It's still intact, you guys. So I just want you guys to know. That's the first thing. Get that out the way. So you guys know, my dog cannot come downstairs, so he's not going to drink up the water. Pools, though, have even more powerful disinfectant stuff in the water, so it could burst earlier. Yeah, there is no bleach or chlorine in it. You're right about that. There's no bleach or chlorine in it, so that could change things. But and then with the child having it on, could change things also. You know what I'm saying? Let me try to find my place, you guys. So, the topic today. The topic today. Okay, I'm in the room. I'm in the building. So, Rhonda Davis is in the house. Don, how you guys doing? So, the topic today, family, is stay out of grown folks' business. Okay? There's always a reason why I pick a topic. And I want family to understand sometimes our kids grow up and we don't give them that discipline. You know how your mom used to tell you, grown folks talking, you go on in the room. When my friend come over, you go outside and play. And you speak to a grown up, you say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, whatever, things of that nature. It doesn't work like that anymore. So as the child gets older, the child doesn't have that respect. They think that what they say and how they act towards other people is okay. If you taught your kids the way that you were taught, they will know what they could say to an adult and what not. That's why you have, kids, and I'm just saying kids, 26, 27, they sitting there talking about, shut the F up, you can't tell me nothing, then my mother effing kids, can't tell them nothing. Because guess what? Someone did not spend enough time to tell these kids, you stay, out of grown folks' business. You let them, you continue to be a kid and let me be the adult. So when these kids grow up, they grow up so fast, they think that they can handle this world. And your job was to protect the child and tell them to stay what you were trying to tell them. And if you didn't, that's why you got issues. Go play. Go be with your friends. Stay out of grown folks' business. You know how you trying to tell a lie to one of your friends and your kid will be like, mama. You be like, my husband went to the store and he bought me, I don't know, some roses. Your kid's sitting there, mama, that's not your husband. That's the mailman. He bought you them roses. You said, boy, if you don't get out of here, please put your kids in a child's place. And so that way, by the time they're going to grow up anyway. But here's the thing. They'll know how to respect. Thank you, Susie. They'll know how to respect people. And in that way, when they're already dealing with their situation, they can deal with it. What I have found, and I'm just going to be honest with you, kids, they have to grow up because they done made a decision thinking that you were trying to keep something from them. You were only trying to protect them. You was trying to protect them. Whether they listen or not, you was trying to protect them. If they did not listen, then guess what? Then they're going to face the world quickly. Family, you guys know this. It don't just happen in my family. It doesn't happen in your family. It doesn't happen around your family, whatever. Now that child has to deal on adult level, and they don't get to be a kid. They don't get to be a kid. You know how many kids or females come to me, and they always say, SP, why is this the way it is? And then, I'm sorry, you guys. And then we have to answer. And sometimes we don't know the whole situation. Is there another link for the Amber Alert? Nope, that's the only link. And we're trying to answer them when we don't know all the equation, but I can tell you what one of the equations is. The parent needs to be a little bit more communications. You can't blame the child on everything. I take the blame in my family, you take the blame in your family. And not only that, you did things that you probably not had did. Supposed to do. Like I say, you can't find why the sin started and the curse is there. Because that's what it is. It's a curse. And it becomes a generational curse. You guys following me? Or am I just rambling? I'm trying to explain it. I can use myself as an example. Since my mother was not really in my life so much, you know what I said? But she was a good mother. She told me to stay in the child's place and everything. But she wasn't a protective mom. So my aunt had to raise me. And then when my aunt had to raise me, my aunt taught me some things. Then my aunt passed away. I had to go back to my mom. Well, me and my mom was like oil and water. We just not gonna. So, and there's other things going on. You feel me, family? You know what I'm talking about. There's some jealousy. There's some anger. You as a young lady feeling up. Mama don't want you around. Just put it like it T.I. is. Come on. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I got to leave because it's so terrible. Okay? So now I'm in an adult situation because you know the worst hurt if your mama just don't want you around or whatever. Now I'm out. Now I did pretty good for the first 10 years, but you know what? I had to do all kind of things to survive. Still go to school because I was told I wasn't going to amount to nothing. I don't know nothing or anything. Rakia said, I can relate. Come on. So now I'm in an adult situation as a child, 14, not playing, not having volleyball after school. Got to stop playing basketball. I had all kind of ways to go to school, grants and things to go to school just because I was very well at playing basketball. Nobody didn't talk to me. Only thing I know is I got to pay some bills. I got to eat. This is gonna act up all day. I already see it. It's gonna be a terrible, terrible day. But you know what? We're gonna do it anyway. So anyway, as I went through all my stuff, and you guys know some of my story. You don't know it all, but you know some of it. Now I'm a kid in a full adult situation. This is terrible. This is terrible. I paid the cable bill. Anita B said, God is still good. Yes, he is. So you don't want your kids growing up too fast. Yes, because they miss all of that. They miss all of the being a kid, and they have to deal with life situations and things of that nature. Um, she said, it's okay. Yep, I know the devil trying to do what he gonna do, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. Somebody needs to hear this. So, so when I'm in an adult, another 10 signatures and we are at 600. Come on, Marina. Let it need 10 more to get 600. We're going to hit 700 today. But getting it to 6 is be good for right now. So as an adult, I call myself an adult. And now here I am shacking. I'm shacking, you guys, with the person that I'm not married to. And they take advantage because I'm young. I've never been in a relationship before. So they're getting cake, ice cream, and everything. They doing what they want to do. So now when I do get pregnant and have a kid, because I'm having intersex. Is that what they call it? Intersex. I'm having something that I should not be having. I should be in school playing with my friends, family, and having girlfriends and things of that nature. But I don't get it. So then I have a child. Then I start thinking about, do I want my child growing up like a situation that I was in? The number one thing I said that I will not do, I will not be like my mother. I'm gonna be there for my kids. So I have to make a decision. Am I gonna let them go through what I went through? And so I made a decision to stop shacking, but I didn't do it on my own. I had to pray about it. And then next thing I know, boom. I mean, I really, 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 really had to pray about it. Some people say, I pray about it, but you're not trying to let that go. You still want that man. You still want, rent or whatever, looking good or whatever. You still want the world. But you're asking, so this person that you're with is cheating, lying, hitting you, coming home when they want to, doing what they want to do, and you don't understand it. You just don't understand why they not loving you. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself. And they know you don't love yourself. You allow them to do what they want to do, and you still with them. So not only you getting shortchanged in the relationship that's supposed to be off limits to everybody else, but you're sharing it. You're sharing it. You said you didn't want to be like your mom. Not saying it's a bad thing. My mother was I love my mama. Trust me, I do. But there were some things that I didn't want to be like her. I wanted to go to school. I just didn't. My mother was not the smartest. She quit school at, 8th grade and got married and had a whole bunch of kids. She told me, don't ever have a whole bunch of kids. Don't do that. I said, I'm not going to do it. And I stopped at 2. But I got 3. But I stopped at 2. So I didn't want to be like my mama. So you raise your kids not to be like the mama. They need to be better. You should want your kids to do better. You have to teach them authority. You have to teach them the reason why you tell them not to do this and not to do that. You don't want them to get hurt. You don't want them to grow up too fast. The Lord said, if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. You don't tell that child that they're wrong. Quit trying to be their friend, because they'll grow up and they're asking God, why is this happening to me? Well, the devil know what your mama liked, and he knows what you like too. Because you stunt just like your mama. That's why kids think it's okay. That's why they think it's okay. Come on. They think it's okay. So I tell you what you need to start doing, family. Take some of the fault, that some of the things that has happened to your children is your fault too. Because it is. Before you start getting married, because you want that person so bad, and then you find out, oh, he did this, he did that, he ain't no good. Girl, something wrong with him. Well, what was wrong with you when you picked him? You must have been in the same shape. You picked him. And before you get married and just keep having relationships with somebody, you make sure you ask the Lord, is that the person for you? Because I guarantee you, and I promise you, I guarantee you, if you don't ask and you just want it because you want it and you're going to do it anyway, trust me, you're going to get it all right. You're going to get it. And you're going to wish that you never had married that person. And they're going to send you through so much HE double hockey stick, it ain't even funny. So I tell you what, pray about it. Make sure you tell your children to stay out of grown folks' business. Stay a child. That way, when life is so hard, that when they have their babies, they know what responsibility is. Sometimes kids can only do what they have been taught. You guys understand what I'm saying? You get your answer, whether you like the answer or not. You get your answer. We were talking about it this morning. But I don't use nobody as an example but myself. I don't think I'm talking about you. But, you know, I can tell you one thing. 90% of the people that's in this channel right now been through everything I just said. The only thing you have to do is just put your name in the box. You may not left home when you 14, but you went through everything else I said. Or you may not have a kid when you was young, but I guarantee you, you married somebody that you wasn't evenly yoked with. Or you didn't, you couldn't have a relationship with your child because you were trying to have a relationship with this man that was bringing in money, and that's the only way you could survive or whatever. All this stuff. Or you couldn't go to school. They don't mind you working, but they don't want you to go to school. All this stuff. Because it does. It's a generational curse that trickles down. So when these young babies, this is why I try to tell you guys, don't be so fast to judge. So when these young ladies have these babies and they walk away, or they made a bad decision, it's not an action. It's actually a reaction to what they've been subjected to. You guys understand what I'm saying? And we're going to see a lot of that going on. Okay, I wanted to share that because that's been heavy on my mind. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I lived through it, and that's my testimony. So if anybody think that I was talking about them, guess what? I was. But I was really just telling you my story because it ain't going to be the first. It ain't going to be the last. You ain't the first. You ain't going to be the last, sweetheart. So people be like, oh, why are you talking about me? No, I was talking about me. It's just, guess what? All of our stories got a lot of truth and the same thing into it. That's why we can understand. But now we're at a point and we're looking at these younger ladies having these babies. Don't be so hard to judge them. That's a lot of responsibility, especially when the child is special. Anyway, you guys, I tried to tell y'all a couple of days ago they was going to have that funeral services on Saturday at 6. Y'all was like, no, it's Sunday. I heard a family. I seen it on Facebook. The family member said they going to have it on Sunday. I said, no, I told y'all it's Saturday. But everybody was waiting. While y'all was waiting, they was having it. So anyway, they had it. That's why we did the tribute the other day, and we got it ready and everything. Valerie says we all have to walk in our shoes. Somebody needed to hear that this morning. Yeah. Just don't be so hard to judge people. It's hard when you don't understand. It's hard. And they want to know why. They want to know why. I can tell you why. I can tell you why. You know why? Because when you really get to know the Lord, you'll know you don't need to know why. If you needed to know why, he'd tell you, he would told you so. And it is what it is. You don't have to like it. It is what it is. For whatever reason, for him to bless you, for somebody else to come to him so you can get closer to him. If he answered that why, there's going to be a whole bunch of alphabets. And we were talking about that this morning. All the conjunction junctions and buts and R's. But God, okay, so you gave me this, child. But why? But, and it goes on and 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 on. And if you really love him and you serve him, guess what? You wouldn't ask him why. We was talking about it. Some of your mamas will take you in the store and they tell you before you even get to the store, don't you ask me for, don't be sitting there begging and asking for candy. When you get in that store, you better keep your mouth to yourself and keep your hands to yourself. You get in the store talking about, but mama, why? You gonna get it. Anybody can get it. You will get it. I used to have to whoop my child before we go in the store and say, and if you don't act like you got some sense, embarrassing me like that, you know I ain't got no money. You're going to get it again, and you might get it while we're in there. But I have to teach them to not do that. It doesn't. Turned out he was gay. Susie said, turned out he was gay. What you talking about, Susie? Amen. My first husband had so many affairs. We were friends when he wanted an open marriage. I got a divorce. Later, it turned out he was gay. But I guarantee you what, Susie? I bet you knew it before it came out. I bet you already knew. Jamie said, I'm crying so hard. I bet you knew. You didn't want it to be true. Shelly done put the petition up. Please, if you came in the door without going to the petition, please click on that link that Shelly got in the chat. You guys, we need to try to get up to 700 before we get off the line this morning. This is for the Amber Alert, so they don't pick and choose who get the Amber Alert. We all, when we lose a child, should be able to get the Amber Alert. That's what we're for. And if we ain't, then we need to make some supplications to get some more money so we can pay for it. Because just Amy and Susie shouldn't get the Amber Alert. King Hill should get the Amber Alert. Malia should get the Amber Alert. Braylon should get the Amber Alert. You know? Malia Davis, Malia Bass should all get the Amber Alert. But you know what I heard? I heard this, you guys. And I know you guys are going to get mad at me, but I'm going to tell you something. And you should get mad. And, you know, I can't tell you who said it, but I can tell you it was someone with authority. And they said to me, SP, you know why African American kids do not get the Amber Alert? Somebody texted me. Nope, that is for the Amber Alert and for whoever lied to the police with TP's family or whatever. But that's for the Amber Alert. Somebody said we need to create a petition of our own so could fight the right fight. That is the right fight. Trust me. If here's the thing, and I seen it. This is what it says. Some people's like, but it says for the arrest of Tiana's family members. It says my son. Let me click on it. Let me click on it real quick. Hold on. Let me explain it because somebody is telling me, and I don't know their name because they never told me their name, and so they're telling me, Hey, SP. It's not telling us that. This is what it's telling us. Now I'm going to tell you why it's telling you that, and I'm in full agreement with it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm in full agreement with it, and I wouldn't have said your name even if I knowed it. It says arrest for obstruction of justice. It says my son King Hill was reported missing on 7/8/20, who was in the care of a babysitter, Tiana Parks, whom said she dropped him off on 7/7/20 to his mother, Amber Hill. Tiana family members insisted she did drop him off, which hindered an Amber Alert to be issued. Sarita Hicks and Kiera Stanley are responsible and should be charged with obstruction of justice. On 7/20/20, news was received that King Hill had been murdered by Tiana Park. King's body was never recovered. What do you not in agreement with? What is you not in agreement with? If someone said that, guess what? We're having a problem right now. The mother, Brianna says, not Brianna, the mother of Braylon says the child dropped from the window, but you can't find the child. So we don't put out an Amber Alert because the child ain't on the ground and you can't find the child. Well, that doesn't mean somebody took him. Well, what does it mean? He's not there. In the King Hill case, if the babysitter says she dropped him off and you've got two other people saying, yeah, she did. And now they're saying, well, there's no need to put out an Amber Alert because we've got two credible witnesses that says he was dropped off. There's always going to be a reason why they don't give you an Amber Alert. This reason is because you got two credible people saying she did give her baby. And this one saying, well, the baby fell and somebody took my baby. Here's the weird thing. And I'm going to be all over the place because I was going to share something with you guys. But I'm glad that, the Lord's going to take it where it is. If you understand it, it's for you. If you don't understand it, it's not going to be for you. So the person that I was talking to is an authoritative person, okay? They said, SP, the reason why African American people, children, don't get the Amber Alert, first of all, they're not educated. Second of all, they have the wildest lie and story that the police don't believe them. We had a guest on the other day. His name was Sir Major. He told us the same thing that this person told me back then. I'm just going to tell y'all like it is. There was a time before African American people did not hurt their children. You can tell by the crime what race did what. And I'm not racist. You could. You didn't even have to cut it on and see a picture. We'd be like, oh, a baby come up missing? Now, that ain't no black person. We don't want nobody's kids. We don't want our own. But we ain't going to hurt them. It has become normal that we get rid of our kids now. We don't want them. Why? Hold on. My grandson's here. Hold on. Hold on. Here it comes. Did you get a sausage or something? Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. So, my grandson is here, you guys.
Also, I'm not trying to be in the live. Remember, I gotta stay out the grown folks' business.
Yeah, stay out of grown folks' business. You're gonna,
Ooh, look at it, so pretty. You did some work down here.
I'm doing some work.
These wallpapers.
Yep. Well, okay. Well, make sure you go ahead and You can go ahead and start cutting
Okay.
that grass, birthday boy.
I'm a little.
My son gonna cut my grass for me, you guys. He don't want me to fall. She said, "You miss me, SP. I signed the shit." Thank you, BJ. Thank you. So, you guys, that's why. That's the big boo boo bear. Yes, that's big boo boo bear. One day he said, "I'm Pooh Bear." I said, "No, you big boo bear now." Anyway, you guys, I just want you guys to know, and I'm not being hard on nobody because I've got my own worries and troubles and stuff that your kids are growing up and they don't understand why life is so hard, and it's because some decisions that you've done, and now your kids think that it is normal. They think it's normal. And before my grandson came, I was going to tell you guys what the guy had told me was, now when African American babies come up missing, they know or they believe that the parent either sold them or killed them. And that's not always the case. So I wanted to ask you guys something before everybody said hello. He went outside. I'll let him know you said hello, Angel. I want to know how you guys are going to feel if somebody did take her child, whether it fell out the window or maybe she left the child and they went into her house and took it and she just don't want to say. Or, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. That pull-up is about to start gelling up. It is. Breaking apart by Monday or Tuesday. Yep, it's still holding on. So how you guys are going to feel if the young lady, somebody did go in her house and take her kid? How you guys going to feel? I'm not saying I believe that. I'm just saying, how would you feel? People was like, well, I will say I'm sorry. Whoo. And everybody was so upset because they were not invited for the services. All right, Lisa, you be good. I'm going to feel bad for her, but it's her story that got me thinking she done it, yeah. If someone went to the house and took the kid within the grandma see fat person, if someone went in the house and took the baby, the door would have been broken. Maybe, maybe not. I would be surprised. I would feel bad, but I just feel like she knows who did it if she didn't do it.
The lawnmower ain't got no gas, and I know I'm not allowed to pour that gas stuff.
Okay, I'll do it in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, go ask Papa. Will he put the gas in the thing for you?
Okay.
If that is the truth, may they be caught and prosecuted. That would be awful as well, but she was still neglect. She was still neglectful. The brother texted someone and said he did go out the window. That's what Mama said. They said the door was padlocked.
He's asleep. I'll just try to do it by myself. I even tried to wake him up.
Oh.
He just moved.
Just go ask him.
Okay.
You just ask him. Okay. Just say, Papa, I need gas in the gas can and I can't do it. What bothered me is once they are found, we don't hear anything, unlike Gannett or the Daybells. Right, Susie, you are so right. Rakir said, hey, grandson one, how is he doing, all right? Okay, sad case. No matter how you look at it, if someone else took the baby or something else really happened, why offer the lie about the window story? We only looking for the truth. If so, she still seemed to be protected somewhat if she didn't do it. You're right. You're right. You know, I just wondered. I just wondered how I got a big old. I scraped my face, you guys, and it terrible too. It's like, phew, and it goes through. Uh, yeah. So I've just wondered. Um, maybe soon, you guys. Maybe we'll get an answer. You know, maybe mom or the grandmother will be compelled to, you know, come out and tell what they know. I can tell you guys something. So, something that, you know, like sometimes a lot of what we hear is rumor, right? A lot of what we hear is rumor. So, we try to put things together. Now, one thing that I went to get confirmation on, so I can tell you it is true, because sometimes I won't say nothing unless I know it for a fact. I'll tell you, oh, that's just a speculation. Oh, that, you know, I don't know who said it. Where'd you get it from? What. But I was talking to Purple, and how do you feel, SP, about it? It was someone else. How do you feel, SP, about it? It was someone else. Oh, was it someone else? Well, at first, I just did not make no judgments at all. But what I did do is I wanted to know, when did the neighbors hear the child scream and holler? When was it? Was it weeks before? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or was it the day of or 2 days before? When did you hear this child holler, 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 holler? The witness, one of the witnesses. And they say earlier that day, 10 o'clock that day. So if the child was hollering and screaming all night and mama didn't go check on him, the child was screaming all night, was mama even there? So when mama probably got home or whatever, and the neighbors say, your child been screaming, and she got, you don't tell me nothing or whatever. She was like, well, I just, I'm just letting you, your child screaming all night. Well, my baby, he cries. He cries a lot. She went in the house, and then maybe about 5 minutes later, you hear a bang, and then no more crying. That's the time from 9 to 10. What happened? Because the young lady was getting ready for work. So now we got that time. So the child was alive between 9 and 10, and the child was in the house. So now that I know that, I believe something could have happened with them.
It didn't even need gas, but we filled it up with gas, and it won't start. Grandpa can try to start it.
Okay, y'all don't know what you're doing. It'll start.
We tried to turn it on.
I will. I'm finna get off of here. All right, you guys, make sure you guys go. My grandson needing some help. I got to get my yard cut, you guys. He's over here, and he's getting mad because he got cut my yard. So,
I'm not mad. I'm mad that the lawnmower ain't working.
well, you're not going to get me all hot and heated, and I have to come back on here. Uh-oh, somebody's on the line. Hold on. Hey, this is SP. Who's calling? Is you on? Hello?
Good morning, Miss Speaker.
Good morning. What's going on?
what was I gonna say? Oh my goodness. Okay, you was talking about the mama came in the house or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Now, who was the most hysterical during the 911 call?
Who was the most hysterical?
Yeah.
I think the mom was.
No.
Why? Why you think the mom wasn't?
The grandma.
Girl.
Hey, come on. Come on now. If the mama just came home and the baby been hollering all morning or whatever, and the mama just came home, who was at the house with the baby? The mama, the grandma, and the brother, right?
Right.
Okay.
Big girl.
No.
No, hold on. Big girl.
Mm.
Talk to the chat. Let me go upstairs real quick, okay?
Okay.
Because my grandson's sitting here, and then they finna come pick him up. I need my yard cut. So just hold on. It won't take me long. It's either going to start or it's not going to start, but just hold on. You can talk to the family, though. Come on.
Okay. So anyway, what conclusion I just drew was that the grandma and the brother was there. And if the mama just came home, the mama didn't do this to her baby. If you look at the interview, she hurt, but she's not a guilty hurt. That's not a guilty hurt. And I don't think she did harm to her baby. I just don't think that. I don't think that. The grandma did that. This lady called 911, and she was just hysterical. She didn't know the baby's last name. She didn't know what color clothes the baby had on. She didn't know nothing. She went blank. So, it's either her or the son. And they conspired together anyway. Because the son, they seen the son in the woods too.
Okay. Now, what was you saying, big girl? I got to put it out in the cold. I mean, it's cold.
Okay, the grandma, she was the most hysterical one, I say, because she went blank on the 911 call. She didn't know what color shirt the kid had on. She didn't know the kid's last name. She didn't know nothing. She went blank. You know what I'm saying?
You saying she went blank?
She went blank.
Okay.
Girl, the mama to the baby, that I watched her interview. That's not a guilty hurt she has. She's hurt, but that's not a guilty hurt, like a guilt that she have on her, like she did something to her baby. She didn't do nothing to her baby.
Now check this out.
Okay.
So you say the grandma was just all hysteric. Grandmother, think about this. You're a grandmother, right?
No, I'm not.
You're not a grandmother? Okay. So, here's the thing. Grandmother calls because daughter can't call, right? The daughter can't call because it's her child. So, grandmother calls, she gets on the phone, 911. What's your emergency? Oh, my grandchild is missing. Right? Okay, we're looking everywhere for him. He done went, we think he went out the window. She ain't told them she on the 3rd floor. We think he went out the window. He fell out the window. But we went down there and we looked all over. We looked even at the pool. We can't find him. Did you look underneath the bed? Yes. Did you look in the hamper? Yes. You look in the closet? We looked everywhere. We can't find him. This is grandma. She's talking with no problem. But when it's time to answer a question that will incriminate her, She don't answer. Well, okay. What was the child wearing? Now I can't answer. What was the child wearing? Did we put him on a gray? Did we put him on an orange? Did he have his Mickey Mouse shirt on? Well, she don't know nothing because guess what? That incriminates her. Okay. What's the child's last name? Grandma say, what's the child's last name? That's a question that you know like the back of your hand. You grandma. She asked the girl. She don't want to incriminate herself because right now, the questions that you're asking me now, I can go to jail. So now grandma ain't talking about nothing about went around, the baby fell out the window. She ain't said nothing. She don't even want to say the baby's last name. She's like, what's the baby's last name? And she's like, Noble. Noble. How to spell that? You know, she don't even know how to spell it. She like, B-O, I don't, Braylon, B-R-Y, I don't know. You know, she don't know how to spell the baby's name. She don't know what the baby's last name is. And then they say, well, what's your address? She don't know the address. She don't know. Because guess what? Because you're asking me something and I know I'm being recorded and I do not want to incriminate myself. Think about it. Go back and look at that. Listen to that 911 call and not worry about hearing she say, I killed them. Listen to how grandma now have threw baby girl under the bus. That's why I tell people kids need to stay out of grown folks' business. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
I just don't.
So, yes. So that's my thought on it right there. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying. Great Dane says I'm a grandmother and I'm not lying for nobody about no missing baby.
I know that's the truth.
Are we sure this lady that called really is grandma? She said her name was Bobby. Her mama's name is Bobby Jean.
Oh, that's the girl mama name?
Yes, it is.
Well, Bobby Jean sure didn't know much about Braden.
Braden. Well, she didn't call him Braden. She didn't know what to call him. She didn't know how to spell the baby's name. She didn't know the baby's last name. She didn't know what the baby was wearing. She don't know where they living. And it wasn't. She wasn't hysterical. The other girl was. You could hear some hysterical in them. But the mama was. I mean, the grandma was answering the questions, but she just didn't know nothing. She was like, "What's his name?" She didn't say it like, "Oh my God, what? I can't speak. I don't know. Hold on, because this is me. If this was my grandchild, if my grandchild came up missing, I'm like 911. My grandchild is missing. What he wear? He's wearing a black shirt. He's wearing some blue jeans and a t-shirt underneath there. Well, what's his name? His name is such and such, such and such. That's his name. That's his name. Okay, where y'all live? Such and such, such and such. Because I need you to hurry up and get here. I need you while you're on the way to see what he's wearing. And I know how crucial it is. You may bypass him. I'm not going to forget right then and there. Because it's just common sense. Yes, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to be all over the place. Grandma wasn't all over the place. Grandma wasn't all over the place. Grandma was answering the questions right at the beginning. And when she asked for details, Grandma shut down. And that's when she needed to be all hysterical and like, what was he wearing? What was he wearing? What was she wasn't? She was like, was he wearing a gray shirt or was he wearing a Mickey Mouse? Like they just having casual conversation. Was he wearing a gray shirt or was he wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt? Well, I mean, you know, in the pull up.
Well, and the brother just insisted the baby fell out the window. I don't understand.
That baby ain't fell out that window.
They gotta be on drugs or dog food. Cause you fall out of a third floor window. Come on. A new kid like that baby would have been beat up. His body would have been beat up. His face would have been beat up.
You're right.
Regardless of whether it was concrete down there or dirt, it don't matter. He'd have had some trauma to his body. So he did not fall out of a window.
So why, if the baby is missing? Okay, we got somebody calling in. You want me to chime them in?
Sure.
Hey, this is SP. Can I chime you in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we all three is on the phone.
Good morning, big girl. Good morning, Miss SP. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Depending on where you at. I just want to say really, really quick. I have 10 grandkids, and I can tell you each one of their names, birth date, first and last name, and their birth date, and they're not even in my face, and I don't even see them every day.
Right.
I'm just saying, I don't care who did it, why they did it. If I didn't have nothing to do with it, which I wouldn't for sure. None of my grandkids or my kids are like, I would sing like Patti LaBelle in church on Sunday morning.
Exactly. You know what? When my daughter had my first grandchild, girl, I couldn't say his name. I learned to say his name. I would say you learn to say his name. And then his name is not my name. His name is not my daughter's name. I learned his last name. I got to pick him up from school. He got doctor's appointments. I need to know my grandchild's last name.
You have to know all of that. You have to know that.
You got to know it.
My grandkids got some strange names. I'm talking about my first husband was mixed with Japanese. I'm not gonna say their names because you can't say them all. And I give them nicknames, but I still I fumble with them when they all in one group because everybody they all sound alike.
Right.
They all sound like they got the Japanese they normally carry A's or O's.
Exactly.
All of their names. And I cannot pronounce and my granddaughter asked me one day, she said, "Why do you call me Mimi?" I said, because for a long time I couldn't say your name, girl. I know it now, but it's just easier for me to say Mimi than Mieko. Really?
Right.
And you say that, and all two of her siblings got O's at the end of their names. And they all in the same room together.
Yep. So I'm going to ask you a question. So if something tragic happened, and God knows, knock on wood, that nothing happens to any of your grandkids, but if something happened and you've got to make a 911 call, we all have done something where a kid done bumped his head, or he got cut, or whatever, or he swallowed something, or whatever. When you're making that call, even though as much as scared you are, they're asking you questions. You know those answers, don't you?
I know them. I will buckle up and put my big girl underwear on, take a couple deep breaths, just so I can be clearly heard on that other end of the phone. Please don't make, and I will be saying, please don't make a mistake. Please try to understand me. I'm trying to get it right. I'm just destroyed right now, but let me do this, please. This is this. Just listen to me. Listen to what I would be sure that they listening clearly. That I'm destroyed, but I'm trying to get my information out. And
something as tragic as you can't find a child, you're not going to ask calmly, what was the child wearing? If you're hysterical, that hysterical thing you can't cut on and you can't cut it off. You're going to be where they can't understand anything that you said. That woman wasn't hysterical. She asked her plain and day, what was he wearing? And was he wearing the gray shirt or the black shirt or with the Mickey Mouse on?
It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. What was he, barricaded in a room since he woke up at 10 o'clock? Children 3 years old, they don't stay in one room.
Right.
Early in the morning. So what you mean you ain't seen him all day? Would she just change his clothes? Because if she just changed his clothes, then she should have had something come out to wash and dry it for the cadaver dog. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Now what if she heard him in there crying or whatever, and there's some kind of a feud with somebody wanting to hurt her, some drugs or whatever, or who knows, somebody else think it's their child or whatever, so they put a ladder up there and got the kid out.
Yeah, well, we can do a whole lot of woulda, but the facts is right there in our face.
Right.
And we just trying to figure it out. We're just trying to figure it out prospectively what could have happened, and then hopefully somebody else will come out and say the truth. Somebody that was there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And if they don't tell us the SP News, put it somewhere else. We'll find it.
Right.
Right. What can I say? Yeah, it'll get found.
Right.
We don't get found out. You don't have to tell it to whoever say, I want you to talk to me. No, say it to somebody.
Right.
Let it be known. Like I said, if somebody did something to one of my grandkids, I'm kicking down doors, busting out windows. I'm throwing rocks, bottles, and everything. You're going to say, somebody going to tell me, my son got killed 11 years ago. I'm still calling detectives right now.
Right.
Like, what's going on? Do I need to give you an update? Because they will drag their feet. I do know that. But I'm still calling. 11 years later. What happened?
Right.
What happened? What happened? Y'all dropped the ball? We know what's going on. Do something.
Right.
But that's another story. But no, not the baby.
Right.
And the thing that, and listening to earlier about your kids making mistakes. Yep. I got a whole bunch of kids that, and I look at my rearview mirror and I see where they got it from. I do. And then if I look back a little further by turning my head, I see my mother in me.
Right. Right.
But with my grandkids, oh no. I made a lot of mistakes with my kids. I admit parenting don't come with a handbook. But with my grandkids, I'm gonna get this thing right.
Right.
I know.
Right.
One thing my mother always told me, and I can tell it to my kids, and they can repeat it to me. We can sing a song about it. And it goes like this: do what I say and not what I do.
Right.
Right.
Right. You're right.
With my grandkids, oh my goodness, it ain't going. It's not flying like that. It's not. And some people don't understand when I get hard on them. Give them a chance. No, I'm not gonna give them a chance to mess up. No, I'm gonna keep putting it in their head. Especially I got girls growing up, and I'm teaching my granddaughter that's 13 years old. Don't look a grown man in the eye.
Right.
Because that's giving him a reason to say, I made contact. Oh, you look pretty. No, I ain't even see you.
Exactly.
Tell me I look pretty because I didn't see you and you didn't say nothing to me. You wasn't talking to me.
Right. Right.
And she's 13. She's 13 now.
You're right. You're right.
I'm teaching them now. But let something happen to one of my babies. Oh, my goodness.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to have to shut something down for a while. It ain't going to be no 3-hour shutdown.
Right.
I'm going to shut it down. The police leave and take the tape. I'm taking over.
Yep.
I'm taking over.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my own people on the corner.
Exactly.
It's your corner. Ain't nobody getting in and ain't nobody getting out. Now let's do it.
Right. Right.
That's how I would like. I lost my son at 3 years old. Coming home from the daycare center. Back paddle. He behind me. I learned that lesson. That Persian book wasn't ready for me. I ain't read that page yet.
Right.
He back paddled and went his way to the corner store where the arcade was at. 3 years old. Pretty little boy with big old ponytail, fat cheeks. Everybody thought he was a girl forever. Nevertheless, I had like 75 people looking for my son in 3 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, I did. I didn't even call the police. I did not call the police. I don't know why I didn't. But people was looking everywhere. I had them on bikes. This was in the late 90s. I had them on bikes. I had them on foot. I had them on a 6-block radius. I never forget it. From where I lived at. People was like, I checked down there by the pool, and this pool was 5 blocks away. And they was checking at the pool.
Right.
My son was 3 blocks away. A block and a half away in the arcade room. Playing a video game machine like he put 20 quarters in there.
Right.
The thing wasn't even playing. He just standing there, happy to be hearing the music. Wasn't that quarter in there.
Right.
But I had it on lock.
Right.
Ain't nobody coming in here, and ain't nobody leaving out. Not until I find my son.
Oh, girl. Exactly. That mama bear comes out, don't it?
I didn't even call the police. The police never showed up. I never called the police.
That's what I was saying.
Like I said before, I don't know why I didn't call the police, but I knew wasn't nobody coming in and nobody wasn't leaving out. So my son got found within a certain radius. Everybody had a corner. You right there, you right there, you right there, you right there. All y'all watch your corners. Everybody, let's go in.
Right.
Found my son.
See, I think everybody's listening to the 911 call, trying to hear her say, because somebody said, she say, and I'm not disputing it. So don't know everybody come here and tell me, I heard it. I'm not even worried about I heard it. I'm really listening for the panic, for the distress. to be a radical. The excitement, the anger, the frustration, and I don't hear it in the call. I don't hear it in the call. I'm just saying.
Do
I
you
just don't.
actually believe it was her in the background saying,
Yep.
I killed you?
Do
Do you think
I,
it was
that
her?
that don't even bother me if that did happen. I'm saying I didn't hear the panic in the phone call itself. I didn't hear the panic in the phone call. Who lose a 3-year-old child? You went looking, you can't find them, and y'all have casual conversation about his name and what he was wearing. Girl, you will be saying over and over, oh my God, oh Lord, Lord, please help us find him. Y'all just come on, hurry up, get here. Da-da-da-da-da.
I can't look. I would have said my mind is get somebody here right now.
And people be like, yeah, they panic differently. I get it. I'm getting so sick and tired of people talking about people grieve differently, people panic differently. We human.
No. You're not gonna panic different when you lose your kid. Everybody panics the same way when you lose your kid.
And if you go back to that 911 call, I don't hear panic. I just don't hear it. I don't, people like, do you hear her say, I killed them? If she sit there and say, I killed them, in a small voice, no, I don't know. I don't know if that was put in there, but I know one thing, I don't hear panic in that phone call. And that's all I'm saying.
Hello, I'm looking for, yes, my 3-year-old grand, I would have been like,
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Holy, oh my God. And guess what? That's what I think. It wouldn't have took me a half an hour to make a phone call. I would have been on my phone while I was outside looking for him. I wouldn't have came back in the house. I would have been on the phone with 911 while I was outside on the ground looking for
my instead of just sitting in the house with all 3 people in the house. 2 of y'all could be still looking.
Nope. And listen, what kid gonna pull the screen in? If you falling out the window, the screen is gonna go out, not come in.
Right.
Some idiot pulled the screen in.
Yeah. Somebody else was calling.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead because I'm listening in. I'm walking around the market with my headphones on. I hope I don't spend too much money.
Okay.
Got a bad habit of doing that. But
yeah.
Thanks for allowing me in. And I like the program. I think I watched it like as many times as I could before we went to private.
Oh, okay. on the what? The tribute?
The tribute, yeah.
No, we redone it.
Oh, so that's it. Once it's done, it's done.
No. There's okay. You remember the tribute that we first put up? It was kind of choppy at the beginning.
Yeah, I did. I saw the other one. It was beautiful.
Okay, so that one's up. That one's still up.
Every time I try to get on it, it says private.
No, it's not private.
I was at a party.
But I don't know if you clicked on the wrong one, but the one I seen, somebody shared it on Facebook.
It's not private. I should make it where nobody can even look at it. Oh, other people's calling in. Let me see who this is.
Go ahead. I'm gone. I'm listening in.
Okay, hold on.
Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Okay, you're welcome. Hey, this is SP.
Good morning. This is Veronica. How's everybody doing?
This is who?
Veronica V.
Oh, Veronica V. Can I merge you in?
Sure.
Okay, hello. Big girl, we got Veronica V on the line.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I have one grandbaby, but if I had more, I would remember. The first thing I did when I went to the hospital, after I said, what was his name? I knew how to spell it. I knew what it was, first, middle, and last name. Any time that I was with him, I always know what he had on, clothes, shoes, socks, underwear, whatever. I can also tell you that a pull-up is going to disintegrate. It's going to turn to cotton, and it's going to come with some more ball beads off inside after a couple of hours, maybe a full day. And then second of all, if my grandbaby, and I can't speak like nobody else, but if my grandbaby had came up missing within the first 30 minutes, I wouldn't have been calling about it. About 10 minutes. I wouldn't have been looking after about 10 minutes, I would have been on the phone with 911. Because you can't say he fell out the window and you looking in closet. So
Right.
Either in the house or he fell out the window.
Right.
Right.
Why couldn't you, okay, your phone, you're not on no landline, so why couldn't you have that phone while you looking? Why you just stopping everybody in the house just looking at each other? That don't make no sense. 3 people in the house and y'all just sitting there trying to get the story straight. There's a whole kid missing. He could be anywhere. Somebody could have been in the park. Somebody could have been over there by the gazebo and the pool area. Somebody could have been in the parking lot. But we all just upstairs trying to figure out what the child was wearing and how to spell his last name. Girl.
Trying to get your story right.
Girl, I just see there's not no desire for a rush in that phone call. And even if the woman was like, okay, oh, don't worry, calm down. She didn't have nothing to calm down about. She wasn't screaming and hollering and kicking.
That's what I was saying. When my son, he's 36 now, but when he was 10, I couldn't find him. And when I called 911, I was screaming and hollering. Those folks was asking me, what's his name? What's his age? What was he wearing? And I was like, I can't tell you. And all I can tell you is my child missing. Somebody's in here.
Right.
And they didn't have no cell phones back then.
Right.
They had no cell phones. But
Right.
I knew that my 10-year-old was supposed to be missing.
Right.
You know? So I would never understand the stuff that's going on nowadays.
Right.
Well, first of all, she said somebody said they seen him in the playground at 3 years old. What is a playground? What is a 3-year-old doing outside, especially by itself, especially a special needs baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, but I have one theory though. I want people to think about.
Okay.
Okay, if he didn't have but a little bit of decomposition and levels in the face. Now, this is only my opinion. Y'all can agree or not. I'm wondering if Braylon was alive most of this time when everybody was looking. And once it got really, really deep, then some kind of way, the child ended up deceased.
Well, girl, that was my theory. That was my theory the whole entire time. When they first came out with the beginning of that autopsy preliminary or whatever, I said that baby was all alive all the way up into the last 24 hours.
Right, because I worked in the medical field, and none of this made any sense to me. None of this made any sense to me.
Up until the mom did the interview.
Right. Well, the interview, she never focused in at the camera. Because I'd been all up in the camera, my eyes, everything, begging on the ground, screaming and howling, everything else.
It would have been terrible. It would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Well, it was like she said, light, camera, action, and she wrote.
Yeah, but she hiding something. I don't think she did it. I think she's hiding something, covering for somebody.
I got a small theory. Maybe they were doing drugs or whatever. Maybe they fell asleep or something. It's just my theory. Maybe they were doing drugs or left some drugs out, fell asleep, or nobody was watching him. The baby ate the drugs. But the baby wasn't missing when they first reported him. I mean, I think someone had him, and this was planned. And that's only my theory. This was planned thing. Because he wasn't deceased the whole time. But
right.
I still believe that something was given to him, or something was taken.
Or he ingested something, huh?
Well, look at it like this. Maybe this was already planned, and maybe this was given to him days later. Because if he was deceased from the
Big girl, hold this phone. Be host, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, you guys.
Yeah. If he was deceased the whole time, he would have had way more decomposition.
Yeah, that's what I know. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't dead the whole time they was looking for him.
I believe someone had him.
Yeah.
I believe somebody had him.
They took him off, and then it's like when she got on the news and said bring him back, and you know all that stuff. That's when they go holler about he was in the pool. Well, I don't understand the investigation. Didn't they search the pool?
They said 2 or 3 times, but here's my thing. How would he end up in a drain if the pool is not running?
Thank you. Thank you.
The drain suck.
Thank you. And the
You know,
drain has a cover on it. The drain has a cover on it.
Right. But even if sometimes covers do flow off or whatever, but what I'm seeing though is drains suck. So these drains could not have sucked him in if the pool pump was on.
Right. And then about the pull-up. That was a fresh pull-up the baby had on. That was a fresh pull-up. We already know those pull-ups don't last that long in water. Whether it's a swim pull-up or a regular pull-up. A pamper, a swim pamper or a regular pamper. We already know that don't hold up in water. I don't care what it is, it don't hold up in water. That jelly stuff come out, that cotton stuff come out, all of that come out of there. That was a fresh pamper that baby had on.
Well, that's what I was going to say, though. If the baby hasn't missed all the time in that pull-up, even if he hadn't even went in the water, if he had to pull up on, say, for an hour or whatever before he went in the pool, it still would have some tears or some rips or something. Because little kids scrub on the bottom of the floor and all from the big, get a little puncture hole on the outside of it.
Wow.
It would have had some kind of furry hanging from it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It had some wear and tear on it. It had some wear and tear on it.
Mm-hmm.
But this pull-up is a fresh pull-up.
Yeah, it don't make any sense.
It really don't.
Right.
It really don't. And these people just coming up with all kinds of crazy stuff.
30 more minutes.
Not only the parents, why are these people killing these babies? So many babies in my opinion.
No.
In my time, babies didn't die like this.
No. No. They didn't. They
They
made this a hobby. Every day. Every day.
You could break up that
Every
stick
day.
that's on the side of the house.
You can't keep up with it.
Right.
Every day is so many kids being killed.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
Babies every day.
That drives me crazy. I don't want to cry, but that drives me crazy. It's like every day somebody can't keep them with their kid, and I already feel like the outcome is going to come exactly when we find out. These babies don't be alive.
They don't. They don't. They really don't. And
I mean, that's what birth control pills were for. If you don't want them, don't lay down and have them.
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I said the same thing. I must agree. Don't have them. If
Right.
those kids gonna be a problem to you, don't have them.
Right.
You know, you don't got anybody to help you with a kid, don't have it.
Oh, somebody else is calling. You guys, somebody else is calling. Let me get this other phone call because we're running out of time. We were supposed to be off here 36 minutes ago.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
you look very pretty.
Oh, thank you. Hey, this is SP. Who's calling?
Hi, SP. Good morning. This is Marie
Hey,
from Chicago.
Hey, Marie.
Hi. Well, I had given you my theory before of what I believe happened. You know, I've studied criminology and I even investigated my own son's stuff. I believe the child was either smothered, strangled, or drowned. I believe that the baby died at least a day or two before reported him missing. And I believe the baby was taken off the premises because they had dogs check the premises when she reported the baby missing. So I believe that the baby was frozen, put in a cooler somewhere to keep the body from a decomposition. Now, the one thing that you really touched base on this morning, and I fully agreed with, is the grandmother. I am a grandmother, and I will tell you, and I don't know if many people will connect with this, I became a very young grandmother. You know, my daughter wanted to have a baby. All her friends would have a baby. And no matter how much birth control, I took her to Planned Parenthood. She still had a baby. Well, after she had the baby, she was 19. You know, they think, oh, I could go back out and do what I did before I had the baby. No, you can't. You're a mother now.
Right.
I helped her. But one thing I would not stand for was anything I felt like how I raised her lesser than. So you're going to treat that baby just the way I treated you. I was on my daughter. I stayed on her. You know, you drop off the baby to your friends because you want to go to parties. But you got grandma sitting here that will watch the baby. All these things didn't go well with me. I stayed on her. Did I call DCFS on her? Yes, I did. Did I pick my grandkid up from preschool and everything else because she wouldn't pick him up? Yes, I did. She was not the best mom. But I tell you what, I made her the best mom. I stayed on her 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell any parent out there with a young mother, stay on them. Don't let them do any less than you did for them. You stay on them. You make them the mother that they can be, the best mother that they can be. I got a lawyer. I went to court. I never let it go. Anything she slighted, anything she did that I felt would harm my grandchild, I was right there, grandma.
Right.
So you're right about that call. That call is wrong. That call had no effect. It was a call that she made that was staged for her daughter. And her daughter was not hysterical because if she can give the correct address, the clothes he had on, and all these details that mom couldn't give, grandma couldn't give, then she was not hysterical.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you another thing, and I know this might be wrong to say, but when all these women start murdering these kids, this has been going on for years. The daddy, the baby daddy, the boyfriend, the mama, friends, babysitters, killing kids. I looked at my daughter one day and I said, let me tell you something. Anything ever happened to my grandkids, I will take you out.
Right.
You won't even make it to the police station.
Right.
Believe me, grandma will take you out.
Right.
So that's why I know for a fact this grandmother was not acting like she was even remorseful what happened to her grandchild.
You're right.
She was not frantic. She
Right.
was not. But see, I would have been snatching my daughter up on the phone saying, you better tell them what the baby had on. I would have been snatching her up.
Right.
Better answer the
Right.
question. And you know another thing, I don't care. I would have been out there looking for my grandchild.
Right.
And she would have been dragged right behind me.
Right.
I would have been out there 24/7. I wouldn't have been out there for 30 minutes going, I've been out there for 30 minutes to leave and check the pool. That's how I know it was all staged.
Right.
I know it was all staged.
Right.
But this is for grandmothers, even young mothers out there. Guess what? People do care. People are watching. People will make those calls when they're concerned.
Right.
You know, my daughter is A+ now for children, excellent grades. But
Right.
guess what? This grandmother stayed on her.
Right.
I'm
Right.
staying on her.
Right. Right.
And I tell any other grandmother, you do something wrong out there, you feel your daughter, your son, not up to par, then you make them up to par. Don't ever feel that you can't pick up that phone or call DCFS or call the police to keep them in line. If you got to do it to keep them in check, you do it. You let somebody know, I am on you. I am watching you. If you can't take care of them, give them to me.
Right.
If you can't take care of them, give them to somebody else that can. But don't you dare mistreat these children. These kids are being killed daily by their own family.
Right. You're right.
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
So I invite neighbors. You hear anything, you pick up that phone and call.
Right.
My daughter did not have any idea. Her friends were calling me. Grandma, she done left the baby over here. I said, I'll be on this day. And then I find out where she was. I was right on.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was right on.
Yeah.
Stay on. Stay on them. If they're not going to be parents, they don't need that child.
Exactly. Well, thank you, caller. Thank you. We're gonna talk about this more.
As well, you've done a good job.
We're gonna talk about this where everybody is gonna be because I know it's Sunday morning. People's going to church. I got people. The mods is gotta go. I got things, But I think that this is a topic where everybody want to get their theories out, their information out, and we're gonna have to have a sit down again and just have the time to sit down and let's wait for something else to come out. We're gonna talk about it again. I hope you call in again and express everything that you said again.
I will.
Okay.
Everybody love upon your kids, love upon those children, step in as grandparents and be there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, SP.
Thank you.
Bless you.
God bless you. I love when you guys call in and it's been stressful. I'm emotional drained. I'm physical drained. Yes. I know you guys. I know. We always just try to chop it up. We went almost 2 hours, but you guys, I gotta go. Today is my grandson's, yesterday was his birthday. I gotta do some things with him. We were just gonna come in and just chat a little bit, but I know everybody's in their feelings. If I come back on later on, you guys, we'll have a little bit more time to get it in. I don't mean to rush you guys, but there's some things we need to think about. Some things what we talked about this morning. Think about those things. Don't put your child in a situation in grown folks' business. And we may not have these things that we're looking at right now. Okay, you guys, I'm finna get out of here. Make sure you go to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and the Top Design LLC. You guys, these are our sponsors. I want to thank everybody that gave us a super chat. And I'll probably see you guys later. But I got to deal with my grandson, and I'll see you guys later.